여보세요. You know what time it is. It's time to twice. Now, I wanted to check this out real quick because this just came out earlier today. Well, technically yesterday, but I thought it would be interesting just to see what it was they posted because of the Twice 7th anniversary, right? I think they just recently renewed their contract for the 7th time, which means that they're doing pretty well. You know what I mean? As far as the K-pop groups and the way that whole thing is structured. So let's see what they have to say about it. See what this is about. I just wanted to check this out.
떨려요. 떨려요. 앞으로 평생 같이 있을 거죠? 그럴 거죠? 안녕.
7년 동안 옆에 있어준 원스에게 너무 감사하고
또 멤버들이 있어서 지금까지 잘 해왔던 게 아닌가 생각이 들고
앞으로도 트와이스 원스랑 함께 행복했으면 좋겠습니다.
Okay. It's interesting because I went back and watched, as much as I could, even going back to like the 16 show, and a lot of those songs I still haven't seen. I still haven't like heard the songs and everything, but it's, I don't know, it's just interesting, right? I wish I would have known, back when it all started, I guess, right? In 2015, but I do feel quite familiar. So I get a sense for the like the gravity, the way that it feels, right? So, because they're gonna celebrate this. It's October. It was in October, I think, when they maybe started. So this is the month of the anniversary, and this song's been suggested, of course, before a few times. So I figured it was this is a good time to check it out. You know what I mean? So this is 1 in a Million.
You gotta know that you're 1 in a million. 짜증이 계속되는 날이면 날 찾아와 봐요. 행복으로 가득한 날에도 나를 찾아와줘요. 그대 괴롭히는 모든 것들, 그대를 아프고 지치게 하는 것들 나에게로 가져와 내게 맡겨봐요. Yeah. 1 in a million 믿어봐요. 그댄 특별한가. 1 in a million 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸. 그대는 my star 좀 화내고 기분을 망치는 일 생각한 대로 풀리지 않을 때 잠시 take a deep breath 그 누가 뭐래도 흔들리지 말고 그 소리로 외쳐봐 세상 단 하나뿐인 목소리로 yeah. 원인없는 믿어봐요 그댄 특별하다 원인없는 이유 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸 그대는 masterpiece 그대로도 완벽한 걸요 원인없는 이유 믿어요 그댄 특별한 걸요 You gotta know that you're one in a million 아주 특별한 존재가 되어 살아간다는 게 어떤 의미일까 그 누가 뭐래도 흔들리지 말고 큰 소리로 외쳐봐 세상 단 하나뿐인 목소리로 원인없는 이유 믿어봐요 그댄 특별한 원인없는 이유 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸 그대는 masterpiece 그대로도 완벽한 걸요 원인없는 이유 믿어요 그댄 특별한 걸요 You gotta know that you're one in a million You gotta know that you're one in a million You gotta know that you're one in a million 한 사람뿐인 걸요 Yeah You gotta know that you're one in a million 그댄 아주 특별한 걸요 Yeah You gotta know that you're one in a million
So I was reading a little bit, researching this song, because in the comments people had told me that it was sort of dedicated to once, to the fans, and it was it's interesting because when I looked up the song, it was written and composed for the group, so they didn't take part in the song writing, but when they heard it, they said, well, this is something that, one, they really liked it, and then two, they said this is like something that the fans would like, and that would be a good dedication to them. And I was looking at the credits for the for the who actually wrote the song, the composers and the songwriters, and is a Swedish guitarist and songwriter who actually, I guess, came up with the chord progression. And I took a look at the chords, and it makes sense because it's like it's a very at least the way I saw the chords, it was sort of arranged to be played in a certain key using a capo on the guitar. So it makes the chord shapes very accessible. Like it's a guitar song. I think even if you dropped it without the capo, the chords would still work. Of course, the vocal then would have to drop, also in order to be in the same key, but it's very good songwriting, actually. It's the bridge, it works very well. Like everything in it is very accessible. It's a good example of very clever. It's sort of simple, guitar music writing. It's feels like a 4-chord song. There's more than 4 chords, especially when the bridge part comes around. I think there's about 6, if I remember correctly. But it's a nice tune. It's a nice tune. I know the group members had said, the different things about it, but they basically just all liked the song. And I'm guessing that let's see, because I guess this is like the maybe the last song for this particular concert. When they performed this, I get that would make sense anyways, right? They do a show, and then at the end of it, they go ahead and they sing this song, perform this to sort of close out the show. And it's got an interesting sort of story behind it,
You gotta know that you're one in a million. 짜증이 계속되는 날이면 날 찾아와 봐요. 행복으로 가득한 날에도 나를 찾아와줘요.
So very much we're in 4. It's a nice it's very simple, you know what I mean? It's just, especially in this opening part where you just have a guitar and then the percussion sounds coming in. It's mainly just a kick, There's some other sort of, it's not even snare hits. It's maybe like on the rim or something like, but just sort of poppy, snappy, percussive sounds to fill it out. Of course, the lyric comes in, and it's very it's more melodic. It's sort of just working within the space of each chord in the progression, but it's very laid back. It's very warm sounding, and it's a nice arrangement between the different members when they each get to come in, and sing their parts in this song. It's interesting, right? Because what I like about the groups a lot of times is that they go all out for music videos and things like this, and they always do a very good job, because they have the aesthetic, they have the whole like spirit of the song, of the performance, but they're still like they're still just like people, like just regular people, right? And when you see them outside of the performance stuff, they're just real, right? They just act real. They're just grounded. They're down to earth. You know what I mean? They don't try to act as if they're something that they're not. And this is something that I really sort of appreciate about most of the K-pop groups, at least from what I've seen, the girl groups and everything. And I don't know. It's something that's different. It's something that it probably used to be the case more so, especially in the West, but it's kind of not anymore. And I think it's one of the endearing sort of qualities about these groups and their performances, and who they are specifically. And I think that this song and this performance do a good job of allowing for that to be expressed, right?
그대 괴롭히는 모든 것들 그대를 아프고 지치게 하는 것들 나에게로 가져와 내게 맡겨봐요 yeah. 원이라면 리어 믿어봐요 그댄 특별한가 원이라면 리어 세상에 단 한 사람뿐인가 그대는 masterpiece 그대로도 완벽한 걸요 원이라면 리어 믿어요 그댄 특별한 걸요.
I do like the rhythms in this in these vocal parts here, the melodies, the way that it goes, like 1 in a million. Like, it's just, there are different ways to sing these lyrics, right? And it's almost always just it works, and it's not the way that, like, if I read the lyrics, if I just looked at them, I wouldn't intuit like certain patterns rhythmically that are used. But so it's always very inventive, like for most songs, right? And this is not. I mean, this is it's true. It's true in this song also. It's almost like a, a sort of folk ballad type of quality to it. It's it's a very cute, clever song, and yeah, I think well, I'll probably be playing this on the guitar pretty soon. I already get, like, the change ups and everything, and it's such a nice steady tempo. So I think I pretty much can already play this one, but it's good. It's still good. I understand exactly why they chose this one as sort of a dedication song. Everyone sounds great too. Their delivery and their hitting the notes just right. It's as far as dynamics go in performance, there's a certain space that you want to be in depending on what the song is. If it was one of the more like upbeat, poppy, dance type of songs, of course you put a lot more behind that, but there's little subtle, approaches that are necessary to fit the character of the song, in order to keep it very sort of warm and sweet and in the right place. It's a very hooky sort of chord progression, especially the way it's played with some little pull-offs there. It's good. It works. I just have this tactile sort of impulse, you know what I mean? Like my left hand wants to find that pull off, like, you know what I mean? It's a thing. It's just one of these things about it that I'm sort of feeling whenever I hear it. But it's very catchy. It's very hooky. The instrumental part, alone, but it's clever. It's very clever.
아무 소용 좀 화내고 기분을 망치는 일 생각한 대로 풀리지 않을 땐 잠시 take a deep breath 그 누가 뭐래도 흔들리지 말고 그 소리로 맞춰봐 세상 단 하나뿐인 목소리로 yeah. 원인 없는 리얼 믿어봐요 그댄 특별하다 원인 없는 리얼.
And I'm just watching this, but I'm guessing that this back here that's on the screen, it looks like these are things that are written by the members, like this is Gio's little sort of dedication to the fans, you know what I mean? And it's sequenced. It's been showing like each member their picture, and then a sort of handwritten message here, and then a signature, right? That's what I interpret that to be, anyways. It's probably really cool, if you were there at the show actually to see it. It's really super thoughtful, right? And very sweet. It's very well done. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do that sort of thing, for your fan base, this is a very classy way to do this sort of thing. It's nice.
세상에 단 한 사람뿐인 걸 그대는 masterpiece
So on that master, I have to really try to sit down and mess with it a little bit. But feels like there's a seventh. It feels like that chord has a seventh in it to go all the way up to there. If not, it's just the octave that's at, and then going back down through the fifth and the third and maybe the fourth also. It's super clever. It's something that I just want to sort of sit down and figure out, you know.
I know that you're one in a million. 아주 특별한 존재가 되어 살아간다는 게 어떤 의미일까. 그 누가 뭐래도 흔들리지 말고 큰 소리로 외쳐봐. 세상 단 하나뿐인 목소리로. One in a million. 믿어봐요 그댄 특별한 One in a million. 세상에 단한 사람뿐인걸. 그대는 masterpiece. 있는 그대로도 완벽한 걸요. One in a million. 믿어요 그댄 특별한 거요. You gotta know that you're one in a million. You gotta know that you're one in a million. You gotta know that you're one in a million. 한 사람뿐인 걸요. Yeah. You gotta know that you're one in a million. 그댄 아주 특별한 걸요. Yeah. You gotta know that you're one in a million.
It's very nice clean out also at the end of that, just finishing with that hooky little guitar part there. Very nice delivery by Jang Yan on that note. Yeah. Man, look at that crowd. This crowd right now is just like, you know, melted, right? Like they're just if this was the closing of the show, you know what I'm saying, that so they've had a bunch of songs and performances already, and then if they closed out with this, you know, this crowd right here is just completely just melted. That's cool, man. That's cool. Well, that's a clever song. It's a clever song. I really dig the chord progression. It's made sort of a guitar folk ballad type of a song, and it's a love song. It is. It definitely. It feels like one. It sounds like one. It sings like one. Man, it's like it really does remind me of a lot of. It's a bit of a throwback, stylistically, to some things that, you know, that have come from decades and decades ago. Man, it's a nice, beautiful song, and as a dedication, it's spot on. It's just one of those things that, you know, they say the group gets presented. Oh, look, you know, here's this idea for a song. Here's the chords. Here are the lyrics and everything, and then, you know, they say, oh man, this is perfect as something we can do for once. So that's very sweet, and a very classy way to present that and offer it to the fans. Like I'm saying, that would have been an incredible sort of cap on a performance if you were there at that show. It's very, very sweet. It's very nice. So, and I do feel you know, that sense of familiarity with the group because I so invested in their work and the things that they've done. I just you know, extremely curious about it, like wanting to know who they are and where they came from and how they got started, and you know, they're just their whole take and their whole experience in doing what they do. And it's been very fun You know what I mean? It's just there. Like I've said before, and you can see literally on this channel that Twice was the first group that I ever heard, and they got me. You know what I mean? Like they won me over right away. They were so good. You know, they were just so good. And there's, you know, I couldn't deny it. I was like, oh, this is incredible. They still, they definitely, you know, help. They make me feel very happy. And I gotta have a sense of appreciation for that in and of itself. I totally respect and appreciate all of the production, all of the performance, everything that goes into what it is that they do. This last album too was you know, was quite a treat, quite an experience. And so I do appreciate all of these different levels and aspects of the group and what it is that they do. And I just wanted to check this out because in the spirit of the 7-year anniversary, and like I said, I wish, you know, I could have been there from the beginning. I regret not being there from the beginning, because I certainly you know, would have enjoyed it. You know, I enjoy everything now, but I do get to go back still and hear everything and see everything and experience all that. And just like in that little montage at the beginning that they did for the anniversary, I still got to go back and check out all of those songs, man. There's still so much. Once it got to I think Dance the Night Away, that's probably like the earliest point that I've reached so far, as far as experiencing all their music and everything. So that was like 2/3 of the way through that montage. So we got a lot of catching up to do. You know what I mean? But it's been fantastic so far. It's been really, really cool, man. Really awesome. So I look forward to experiencing the rest of their discography, many more of their songs and their performances. But I thought that was pretty nice, and it's something I wanted to check out, just, you know, because of the anniversary, the timing and everything. If it wasn't for Twice, I'm not sure, you know, maybe I wouldn't have gotten so interested in the genre of it itself, you know, to begin with. So I do appreciate Twice as an official once, a legitimate once, you know what I mean? So that's very cool. Twice, 1 in a million. 7-year anniversary. That's my first year, but you know, I can feel all 7 years in here. So